Okay, guys, we've all learned in our lives that we go to college to get really smart, right? Well, here's some super smart advice. It's kind of the smart stuff that I like, the kind of stuff that saves me a ton of money. Meet Bob. Bob came to college to get away from home, maybe find himself or at least find a good taco place, and definitely to have some fun. He's certainly in no hurry to get through college quickly because he'll just have to get a real job, right? So he kind of takes his time. He takes 12 credits a semester, just enough to be considered full-time, mostly because he wants to leave plenty of time for his top priorities, playing World of Warcraft and sleeping. During the off track, he doesn't take any additional classes because, of course, he needs to recharge his batteries. He works a little during his off track, but hey, student loans are so much easier than work, right? After declaring 3 majors, his 4th major is a charm. The good news is that after 5.5 years of college, Bob graduates with a degree in his chosen field, a job, and a great relationship with all of his gaming buddies. So here's Bob's totals. Total credits, 145. Number of semesters on campus, 11. Years from start to graduation, 5.5. Total tuition paid, $21,605. Room and board for 5.5 years, about 26 grand. Total student debt, almost $50,000. Interest paid on that debt, about $6,500. Total cost of college, nearly $57,000. Value of knowledge gleaned from endless hours of gaming, priceless. Alicia comes to college with some focus because she wants to graduate without any debt. She's torn between 2 different majors, so she takes introductory courses in each of them her first semester. By the end of her 2nd semester, she settles on a major she loves and her chosen degree. She takes 14 credits a semester and works part-time while on campus, which keeps her very busy, but doesn't kill her. 4.5 years later, she meets her goal, graduating with a degree and no student debt. So here's Alicia's totals. Total credits, 125. Number of semesters on campus, 9. Years from start to graduation, 4.5. Total tuition paid, $18,625. Room and board for 4.5 years, about $21,000. Total student debt, none, because she works during her off track. Interest paid on debt, none. Total cost of college, $39,625, over 15 grand less than Bob. And since Alicia is able to get her job a year earlier than Bob, she made about $42,000 in salary. So how much better off than Bob is she? $10,000 less in cost plus her salary means that she's about $52,000 better off because she's working while Bob is still in school. That's quite a bit for a year's less school and avoiding debt, right? Alicia was obviously pretty smart. Shall we see what can happen if we push the smart boundary just a bit more? Meet Joshua. Joshua's family doesn't have much money, so he's eager to learn as much as he can and graduate as quickly and economically as possible. First of all, before he ever steps foot on campus, he spends a ton of time talking with people and researching options for a major. So he manages to choose one before he even gets to BYU, Idaho. That's going to save him some searching time. He takes 15 credits each semester and works 20 hours a week on campus. After his first week, he realizes that won't leave him any time for his Wii, so he sends the Wii home. During his off track, he works, of course, but he also plays it really smart and takes some online classes and discovers that while they aren't easy, he learns a lot in them. By doing that, he takes 8 credits during his first semester off track and 7 more during his next semester off track, saving an entire semester of room and board as well as graduating sooner so that he can start making money. So while Bob took 5.5 years and Alicia took 4.5 years, Joshua walks at graduation only 3.5 years, gets the same job as Bob will get in 2 years later, and Josh has no student debt. So now let's compare all 3. Joshua's total credits, 120. Number of semesters on campus, 7. Years from start to graduation, 3.5. Total tuition paid, $17,880. Room and board for 3.5 years, about $17,000. Total student debt, none, because like Alicia, he works during his off-track semesters. Interest paid on student debt, a big goose egg. Total cost of college, $34,880. Total cost of college, $34,880. That's almost $5,000 less than Alicia, and by the time we add interest on Bob's student loans, Joshua saves over $22,000 compared to Bob just in college costs. Finally, since you're getting so smart by now, you're also aware that Josh started earning his salary 2 years before Bob. So let's tack on an additional 2 years of salary that Josh makes. That's $84,000, making the same salary as Alicia. So how much better off than Bob is Josh? Let's see, we have $22,000 less in college costs, plus the added 2 years of a salary comes to, drumroll please, would you believe that Josh is $106,000 better off than Bob? Amazing, right? Look, we know how hard it is to push yourself during these college years, but the moral of this story is the quicker you can get through school, the less money you'll spend on stuff like room and board, and the quicker you'll start making a salary. And a lot of the salary will go into your pocket if you avoid as much student debt as possible. So, how smart will you be?